Hello and welcome to Rails Run as we preview the 2012 Caulfield Cup. Without doubt, it's one of the best fields we've ever seen assembled for a Caulfield Cup. Not only do we have the winners of the past two Melbourne Cups, it's also a lineup featuring horses that have contested some of the best staying races the world has to offer. Thankfully though, we're joined by some Group 1 standard tipsters to help us find a winner. Welcome to Alan Eskander from Betstar and Andrew Eddy from The Age.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Andrew, obviously overseas horses is a real theme. It's been developing over the past few years. This year I think it's 13 of the 22 are actually overseas trained or imports.
That's right. That's the way of it, isn't it? I mean, the Melbourne Cup, we've seen the transformation there, and the Caulfield Cup's getting the same. And what a great thing it is for the race, really. We were just talking before. If they weren't there, we'd have Southern Speed, a mare as a top weight in the Caulfield Cup, and Niwot, what a good stayer, a renowned non-winner as the second top weight. Look, it's the best thing possibly for the race. And I've just got, from the top 10 in the weights, there's only one Australian horse in it. I mean, you cannot tell me this is not good for the race.
And as you said as well, I think the real upside is that they used to just come straight for the Melbourne Cup. And the fact that we're talking about this in the Melbourne Cup means we're actually getting some exposed form with these overseas horses into the Caulfield Cup and into earlier races. And I think that's a really big win. They're learning that come to Australia early, run in a couple of races in Australia, and then go to a Melbourne Cup. So I think everyone's a winner out of that.
Well, Alan, let's have a look at the betting. You do have the Metrop winner, Glencairn Gold, at the top of the market still.
Yeah, a drifting favourite, Glencairn Gold. It was $4.60 at the barrier draw. It drew poorly, obviously. It's out to $5 and happy to risk it. December draw has drawn ideally. That's a tongue twister. $7 second favourite for the Caulfield Cup. Dunedin, $9. It's been $7 out to $9 based on its draw. My Quest for Peace, $13 into $10. $11 is Lights of Heaven. $17 we have Americane, Southern Speed, Sneaker Peak. $21 Wala Ichi, Secret Admirer and Jackleberry. The rest of them are $21 or greater. And I'll just quickly mention also that Gatewood is the emergency. It's been $10 out to $13. A good thing beaten in the Herbert Power. $13 chance if it gets a run.
Andrew, we saw the barrier draw and things kind of got turned on their heads because you've got horses like Glencairn Gold. It's drawn right off the track. It's going to change the way the race is run.
Yeah, well, Glencairn Gold was made favourite on the basis of his commanding performances from in front in Sydney. He's not going to get his own way. Even if he drew in, he was not going to get his own way. Now that he's drawn out, because Peter Moody said, we're not taking a backward step with Valerici. It's going forward as well from 17. It's going to be an amazing battle to that first corner, which it always is, but even more so this year because I think we could probably rule out a couple of horses by the first corner. If Glencairn Gold's not on the rails, we've never seen him race any other way than dictate from the front. And if he can't do that, he's a short price favourite.
Yep.
You'd be loving it, I think.
Oh, I mean, I can't recall, I don't know about you guys, I can't recall a barrier draw that had a more profound impact on a Group 1 race or a Caulfield Cup. I mean, it was just extraordinary. All the fancied chances got drawn out, well, not all of them, but a lot of them got drawn out, and a couple of them really needed to be drawn either in or midfield somewhere in order to be able to take that easy and comfortable lead they wanted to take.
Well, let's get some tips, Andrew. Obviously, I get the feeling you're sticking with some backmarkers in this race.
Well, I am. I just keep going back to it, Dan. Dunedin's the best horse in the race. I think over 2,400 metres at a course like Caulfield. Americane's the best stayer in the world, still ranked as that, I'm sure. But around Caulfield at 2,400 metres, I think Dunedin's got something on him. I think Lights of Heaven was one of those horses that came out of the draw quite well. She'll take a forward position. December draw, I love him. A fantastic horse. He's going to take probably, although he's only got a middle draw, I think he'll probably get a bit of luck with the draw because he's got good gate speed. He should get a good run. And a bit of a roughie for fourth I've thrown in. Sneaker Peak, I don't really know why, other than it's had no luck at all in its 3 runs. Its Italian form's pretty good. And every time I see Peter Moody and ask about him, he just smiles and turns around. And I thought, So Sneaker Peak maybe about the 15, what is it, 15, 16 to 1 or something, yeah.
Sneaker Peak, $17.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, and Alan, obviously you're tipping one of the overseas horses as well. It's certainly not the favourite though, is it?
No, certainly not the favourite. Very happy to take the favourite on. I'm tipping My Quest for Peace. Just $13 into $10. It's got outstanding form around Dunedin. It beat at the Newmarket last start when it was overseas. So it got some really good form around that. December draw, just drawn ideally. Its last start was fantastic. A lot of merit in that run. I'm tipping Niwot for third. I just think $26 represents good value, and I just think it'll be sort of there or thereabouts. And at the price, I'm happy to have something each way on Niwot. And then and Dunedin coming in for fourth. Probably the best horse in the race. If it wasn't carrying 58 and if it wasn't drawn out wide, I'd be tipping it on top. There's no doubt. So just a couple of little queries there, but the best horse in the race will be close towards the end.
All right, and while we got you, you were certainly on fire last week. Your bet of the day was Shahwardi. You've tipped that at $15 last week. Great result for the punters. Your lay of the day was More Joyous. You were spot on. She didn't run a place.
I think Dad told me when I was very young I'd rather be lucky than good, and I think that that may have been the case last week.
Well, let's hope we're lucky again then. Give us your lay of the day for Caulfield tomorrow.
Yeah, so the lay of the day is Glencaddam Gold in the Caulfield Cup. I think drawn out wide. This horse has had all the favours in its starts in Australia thus far. It's a third time they've got to try and get the horse up. They tried to get it up for the Newcastle Cup, which they won, which they did a great job with. They got it up in the Metrop, which they won, and now it's trying to do this for the third time in a Caulfield Cup, which is a huge rise in class, and the kind of horses that Glencaddam Gold is coming up against, it hasn't met in Australia. So I think it'll find it very, very tough. At $5, we'll be taking it on. And the best bet of the day I've got in the David Jones Cup. It's race 7, number 5, Light in the Night. It'll be about a $3.80 chance. I just think it's the best horse in the race. It came through. It was a great 4th in the Epsom. And last year, Foreteller ran the Epsom and then came and ended up winning this race as well. So steps up to $2,000, which will suit. $3.80, I think, would be good value.
All right, well, let's ask the man with a mail. Patrick Bartley was standing in for you last week, Andrew, and he tipped us into San Fernando. It was just beaten. He'll tell you it was a certainty beaten.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I'm sure you can go one better for us tomorrow. What's your bet of the day?
Well, I just want to chime in with Alan's best bet, race 7. Prairie Star, number 1, is it's the imported horse. Apparently, it's working the joint down at Werribee. So back Alan's and take the Quinella with Prairie Star. My best bet's in race 2, number 4, Limes. The Darley Cole, he was so unlucky at Flemington 2 weeks ago. He meets all those horses on better weights here. He'll just win, I think.
Well, that's all we've got time for this week. Thanks once again for joining us. We will be back next week with our preview to Australia's Weight for Age Championship, the Cox Plate. Until then, good punting.